Hello my quilting friends! My name is Leah Day, and in this video I want to compare three Grace Qnique long arms. So we have a Qnique 19, a Qnique 15R, and a Qnique 15 Pro. And they're pretty similar price-wise, and a lot of quilters have emailed me recently asking what's the major difference between these different long arms. And just in case you're wondering, this particular long arm is none of those machines. This is a Qnique 21. This is our big daddy. And I'm going to use this as a reference and teaching you the major differences between these long arms. But for right now, I don't need it, so I'm going to push it away. So here's a chart and just comparing. We're going to fill this chart out and we're going to compare these three different long arms together so that way you understand a little bit more about them and you can get the most bang for your buck. The biggest thing that's different is, of course, the size. And we're going to get into how that is a very, very big deal at the end of this video. So make sure to watch all the way to the end. So the first thing on the chart is stitches per minute, or speed. This determines how fast your needle goes up and down. And this determines how fast you can move the long arm on your frame. You can swing it around a little faster when you have a higher stitches per minute. You know that you're moving too fast when you hear the long arm beep or you see your stitches getting bigger. That means that you're moving too fast for the regulator to keep up with you, and it's no longer able to regulate your stitches. It's no longer able to keep them small and the same size. So you always want to be looking for a higher stitches per minute number. So a Qnique 19 can stitch 2,000 stitches per minute. A Qnique 15R can stitch 1,800 stitches per minute, and a Qnique 15 Pro can stitch 2,000 stitches per minute. So it's only a difference of 200 stitches per minute. The 19 and the 15 Pro are not that much faster than a 15R, so just keep that in mind whenever you're comparing these long arms. Now the next thing that's different is the monitor, the touchscreen monitor on the front of the long arm. This is how you navigate the menu. This is how you select your type of stitch regulator, either cruise or precise, and then you also use it to select your stitch length, whether you want to stitch 16 stitches per inch or you want to stitch only 10 stitches per inch. This determines the size of your stitch on your quilt. Now, the Qnique 21, the Qnique 15R, all of these machines have a standard monitor, meaning that you actually have to use the handlebars to navigate the menus in order to select your stitch. It's a little complicated, and I had a problem because I was constantly switching between right-handed controls and left-handed controls, and so I got really confused and kind of backwards, and it took me a while to memorize the buttons and the navigation to get to the menus and be able to select my stitch. You can also select a based stitch in order to baste your quilt on the frame as well. So that I found just a little bit clunky, but that was only because I was switching between left and right-handed a whole lot at the very beginning. If you're not doing that and you just get in there and only have it set up for your handedness, left-handed or right-handed, then it's pretty easy to memorize. It's not that big of a deal. But if you find it challenging, then you'll want a touchscreen monitor, and both the Qnique 19 and the Qnique 15 Pro, both of those long arms come with a touchscreen monitor. That means that you can touch the surface of the screen and be able to select your stitch length, your cruise type, your stitch regulator type, and be able to get what you want just by touching the screen. It's a little bit of a smoother navigation, we'll put it that way. So understand that that's another major difference between these long arms. Now, the last thing, and this is really actually, I think, very funny, the biggest difference is the size. A Qnique 19 has 19 inches from the motor, this back part of the machine, and the needle. A Qnique 15R and a Qnique 15 Pro will have 15 inches between the motor and the needle. That means that the major difference is that the 19 has 4 more inches of vertical quilting space. And it's really funny when someone emails me. I get a lot of emails from quilters and they'll say, well, what's the difference except for those extra 4 inches? Like, it's not a big deal, but it's a huge deal. And now I'm going to show you why. So this is why this is such a big deal. It determines how big of a quilt block you can quilt in one pass on your frame. So a Qnique 15 is going to have maximum, and I'm saying maximum, you got to kind of wiggle it in the frame and get it just exactly right to quilt 10 inches. Okay, so 10 inches of vertical quilting space by the length of your frame, right? So here is a beautiful double Irish chain block, and you see we always have this nice open space within this block, and this would be something where you'd want to fill this. You could put a beautiful feather wreath in here. That's a very common design to put in these spaces. You could fill this in with stippling with any free motion filler design. Well, let's measure it and see how big this space is. So let's say I just wanted to be able to quilt across this entire rectangle and to be able to go to from basically the top of it here all the way down to the bottom of it here. So I'm measuring this, and that's 10 inches exactly. So unless I really wiggled the quilt just exactly perfectly in my frame, I would not be able to even stitch this entire thing in the ditch without having to shift my quilt on the frame. This is what's important, and this is what I think really quilters need to start thinking about this, because this determines how many times you have to fiddle with the quilt on the frame. This determines how many times you have to advance the entire quilt through the frame. Let's say that you have an 80-inch quilt, and maximum you can quilt that 10 inches, right? Well, you're going to have to shift that quilt at least 8, probably 9 or 10 times, advancing it through the frame in order to get it entirely quilted. If you had more space, you wouldn't have to advance it that many times, so that would save you time not quilting. So the advancing time is the time that you're not quilting. You're fiddling with the quilt. You are, shifting the layers, smoothing things out, clamping the quilt back down again. If you have a hoop frame, then you're having to clamp all around it. If you're on a continuum frame, I only use clamps across the front bar, but it's still time away from quilting. We want to maximize our quilting time in order to get our quilts done. So think about that. The size of the long arm, that arm in the long arm machine determines how much time it's going to take to quilt your quilt. So on the 15R or 15 Pro, you're going to have a maximum of that 10 inches of quilting space, and that's it. And so you're going to get the quilt in the machine, and you're going to try and center that up just exactly right. Try and make sure that your needle can reach all the way to the end and all the way to the top, and then you'll knock it out. But anything bigger than that, let's say a 12-inch block. So I've got a monkey wrench over here, and this is a 12-inch quilt block. If I wanted to quilt this block on a 15R or a 15 Pro, I would have to stitch this section of it first. Then I'd have to advance it a few inches, and then I could quilt this section. But I wouldn't be able to quilt the entire block all at once. Let's say I had a design where I wanted to center like a pretty medallion, like some sort of like spirally medallion here, and I wanted to center that up in the block and be able to stitch it all in one pass. Well, I wouldn't be able to do that on a Qnique 15R or a 15 Pro. I would either need to shrink the design and make it smaller and it not fit the block all that well, right? Or I need to pick an entirely different design, or I need to cut it in half. So I'd stitch half of the block, so just this upper section of the block first, and then I advance the quilt and I stitch the lower section of the block. Now let's talk about the Qnique 19. You have 4 more inches of quilting space. That means that you can do 14, you might be able to push it to 15 inches. So you can definitely quilt an entire 12-inch block all in one pass. And what do quilters mostly piece? 12-inch blocks are the most popular size of quilt block that we have. I don't know why it is, but 12 inches just seems to be the majorly popular standard size for quilt blocks. And if you have lots and lots of quilts that are pieced like this monkey wrench, it's a 12-inch block, you want to be able to quilt this all in one pass, then you're going to want at least a Qnique 19 or a Qnique 21. And I hope that this helps you see it's that space. you get more space that you can quilt vertically, and that space that you can quilt all the way down the length of your frame. So in my case, I have a continuum frame, so I can quilt a large amount of space vertically by the full length of my frame, which is 10 feet long. I can quilt a massive amount of space before I have to take my hands off the handlebars and then go and advance the quilt. This is the difference between finishing a quilt in a day and finishing the quilt in a week. It's the difference between feeling like you're spending more time quilting or more time fiddling with the quilt. So think about this. This is the major differences between the Qnique 15R, 15 Pro, and Qnique 19. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you would like to learn more about any of these long arms or the Qnique 21 that I've used here in this demonstration, you can come and check them all out at my website, leahday.com/grace. I am a Grace Company dealer, and I can't wait to help you find the perfect long arm and frame to fit your budget and your space. So come and check all of this out at leahday.com/grace. Until next time, let's go quilt.